Hey there, welcome to Rusty's Sudoku stream. We're doing puzzle number 490 today. It's an easy puzzle from the SudokuStore collection. You can get copies of the SudokuStore collections. I'm using the 1000 puzzle collections in each of easy, medium, and hard. They also have a simple collection. They also have collections of other combinations and numbers and variety of puzzles. So if you are interested in solving puzzles or looking for a Christmas gift for someone who happens to like solving Sudoku puzzles, they are available for sale on. Okay, I've got a kitty cat who's coming over here. Come on. Come on. Come along. You can come over here, dude. No. Please stop walking on the switch. The network switch. You do have to go to their Blue Sky profile for the Sudoku store to get to their online libraries. The advantage there is that they do have a few discount codes that they sometimes share, worth checking out. But the prices are not bad in any case. So let's see how this does. I also need another window here. Give me a moment. Jump around, see if I can find the cat window. There it is. This needs to relocate down here. And maybe I will actually be able to see people chatting with me as I solve puzzles. All right. Let's see if this is a solvable puzzle. Back, it says it's not. I got something wrong. 8, 5, 7, 4. Let's see. Is that all? That appears to be all. So feel free to grab a screenshot of this if you would like to solve it as well. We'll be doing this puzzle for however long it takes. This is, again, considered an easy puzzle. For example, we got a 4 going in here. That means one of these is going to be a 1. One of these will be a 1. Don't know which yet. We get a 4 in one of these two. And when we get 2, I go ahead and put the 2 possibilities. This one becomes a 4. Here we've got 2 possibilities as well. A few more than that here. 7s, we've got 2 possibilities here. We got this 7 and this 7 here guiding that, as well as this to some extent, but not all that much. All right, we've got a pair of numbers that go into here, and potentially a pair going into here. So let's see if we can figure out what's going in here. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, one of these is going to be a 6. We've also got a 7, 8, but one of these is going to be a 9. Now that does end up being potentially helpful, but right now I see another thing. We've got a 3 here, 3 here. That means one of these two has to be a 3. down here we've got a 3 already, so we can clearly mark that as a 3. Again, one of these 3 is going to be a 1. Let's see what else we can come up with here. One of these 3 is going to be a 1. I've got 5 possibilities here, all of 7 possibilities here, 5 possibilities here and here. Over here we've got 5 possibilities, and everything's available as a possibility here for 6 possibilities. Move on to 2s. Let's see, we got a 2 here, 2 here. Means one of these 3 is going to be a 2. This can't be a 2, so one of these 3 has to be a 2. But it doesn't help me enough there. I've got 3 possibilities for a 2 here, and 3 possibilities for a 2 here. Down here, I've got all of 5 possibilities, 5 possibilities, and 5 possibilities. So, on to 3s. We got a 3 here, 3 here. One of these 2 will be a 3, not a 2. Over here, one of these 3 is going to be a 3. Here, I've got 3 possibilities as well. And that takes care of all the possibilities for 3. So let's move on to 4. I like that as the highlighted one when I did that, didn't I? All right, I got a 4 here, another one down here, and here. So one of these 2 is a 4, I already marked. I've got 5 possibilities here at the moment, 2 possibilities here, 2 here. So we're done with 5 or 4s. How about 5s? So none of these 3 can be a 5. None of these 3 can be a 5 because of this. This one can't be a 5. It was already blocked off. So one of these 2 is going to be a 5. Might be a 6 there as well. Nope, can't be a 6 there. All right. How about up here? We got a 5 here, 5 here. That means one of these is going to be 5. And it looks like that's going to be a 5 here. And it looks like the remaining 5 is 2 5s are going to be this one here and this one here. We got 5 solved. 6s. I am showing 3 possible 6s. Nope, 2 possible 6s here. This one can't be a 6. We got a pair of 6s up here already. Here I've got 4 possibilities. 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities there. And 4 possibilities here. 2 possibilities here, though. All right. 7s. Okay. One of these 2 is going to be a 7. I've got 2 possibilities for a 7 here. However, this one says neither of these can be a 7. This one here says this can't be a 7, so a 7 has to be one of these 2. Means it can't be this one, so that's a 7. Over here, we've also got 2 possibilities for a 7. 8. Well, we get 2 possibilities for an 8 here. Because this 8 here and this one here. One of these 2 is going to be an 8. So we've got 8, 7, 8, 7. That means this one's going to be a 2. Down here, that means one of these 2 is going to be a 2. But do we get any help with 8s down here? All 4 of these have the possibility of being 8. So not much there. I've got 5 possibilities here for an 8. two possibilities already here. One of these two is going to be an 8 because that can't be an 8, and none of these can be an 8. Oh yeah, and this one can't be an 8 because of this 8 here. So 2 possible 8s here, 4 possibles over here, 2 possibles up here, and one of these two is an 8. That means that this is going to be an 8 as well. All right, how about 9s? You get a 9 here. One of these two is going to be a 9. One of these two is going to be a 9, but not that one. It's going to be this one. Turns that into a 2. That means one of these two is going to be a 1. The other is going to be an 8. Which means this is going to be a 7. This would be an 8. Not a lot of help there yet. How about here? It looks like we end up with a 1. And maybe there. Do that. 8 there. 8 there. One of these two is going to be a 1. It can't be here. Let's see. 7, 4, 7, 8, 4, 8, 8. There are 8. There are 6s. There are 7s. And a pair of 4s here. Can do anything else in here? Maybe. So one of these 3 is going to be a 1. One of these 2 is going to be a 1. That means we got 3 possibilities here. I'll look at, see what that is in a little bit. One of these 3 is going to be a 2. We got 2 possibilities down here. Problem is we got a 9, 6 possibility here as well as up here. That's not a, or that says this can't be a 6, but I've still got 3 possibilities for a 6 here. All right. Over here we've got 4 possibilities for a 6. For a 7, we've got the 2 possibilities for an 8, and all kinds of possibilities for a 9. 4 possibilities. All right. 3 possibilities on 1. 3 possibilities for 2. 2 possibilities for a 3. 2 for a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we get a 9 here. This becomes a 4. So, did that narrow things down a bit? Well, we still have 3 possibilities for 1. But that does help down here, since now we've got 2 possibilities for 1 there. For 1s and 2s. We got 2 possibilities for a 2 here now. All right. Still have 3 possibilities for 2 here. And down here, I've got 3 possibilities for a 2. To get anything else? We've got a 2 here, says this can't be a 2. And now this 2 here says one of these 2 is going to be a 2. Let's see. Still 3 possibilities for 1. 3 and a 4 and a 5 already here. 6s. Looks like I still got 4 possibilities for a 6. 7 and 8 are here, and 3 possibilities for a 9. Okay. And 1 of 2 possibilities for a 9 here. How about 1s? Anything useful here? Nope, everything is possible for a 1 here. The 2, but 3s. 3 possibilities for a 3. So how about 4? Looks like I've got 4 possibilities for 4. 5 is on the board already. How about 6s? It looks like I've got 3 possibilities for a 6, doesn't it? 7, I've already got a 7 and an 8. 2 possibilities for 9 we just marked. All right, down here, let's see. Oh, hold it. Can't be a 7 here. So this becomes a 7. This cannot be a 6, so it's going to become a 1. That turns that into a 6. Still have a 4-3 pair here. 1-8 pair down here. 9-6 pair here. However, that 6 there says that 6 over here is going to be one of these two. We got the 7 already. Got the 9s already. Let's see, anything with 1s? So one of these 3 is going to be a 1. How about 2s? Oh, we got a 2 already. 3s. Let's see. One of these 3 is going to be a 3. 4s. 4 possibilities for 4. 5, 6s, 7, and 8 are now either solved or earmarked. All right, how about here? I am missing 2 digits here. One of them is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them is going to be a 6. That's not a 6, so that's a 1. That becomes a 6. All right. Does that help? Yes, it does. It turns that into a 1. This becomes a 6 down here. We get a pair of 7s, a pair of 8s. This becomes a 1. This is an 8. That means that this is going to be our 8 here. And we end up with a single possibility here, and that is going to be our 2. One of these 2 is now going to be a 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We got a pair of 4s. 5, 6s. One of these 2 is going to be a 6. Goes with the 4, so not a 7 there. That becomes a 7. All right. Here, we now have a 2 locked in here. With that 6, this 9 becomes a locked in, and this becomes a 6. That means one of these 2 is a 6 to go with the 8, but it's not that one, so that's an 8. That's a 6. Still don't have a lock-in on the 2s here. We've got a pair of 1s. 3 possibilities for a 1 here. 3. Oh. This says this can't be a 1, so that's a 1. Up here we've got a 9 going in there. So we get a 9 here. Not here. This becomes the number we're missing. Nope. That doesn't become a number that we're missing yet. It will soon. We'll see. It's going to be either a 4 or a 3. Nope, can't be a 3. That tells me this is likely to be a 4. So let's go with the 4. 3 here, 4 here. All right. That means, what do we got left here? This can't be a 4, so this is a 4. This is a 6. This is going to be our 6 here. So we get a pair, or we get a 1 here, and a 3 here. So that's not a 3, that's a 3. We got 2s, and it looks like our alternative to 2s are 1s. There. We got 1 here. Pair of 2s. This becomes our 7. So these two are going to be potentially 8. Like that's going to be an 8. That's 2. This is a 1 and a 2 here. 1 here. This ends up being a 2. And we've got 1 digit left. What is that? It looks like it's a 9. 17 minutes and 10 seconds for this solve. I hope that was at least of some interest to you. This is considered simple. Did not have to use any real exotic solution processes to come up with or to solve this. It took me a while. I'm talking through everything I'm doing. So I hope you had a good day, a good time, and feel free to like or not as you wish. I'm all for people subscribing if they want to see when I start a stream, and we hope that you have a great day. Take care, everybody.